really, if you want to conquer the world, conquer yourself first. And it really is about conquering your mind and your emotions.
Hi, welcome back to our channel.
I'm Susie.
And I'm Ness, and this is Mom and Daughter Talk, where we hope to inspire,
encourage,
and uplift your mother-daughter relationships. Thanks for joining. If you're new here, be sure to subscribe so you can be notified when new content has arrived. Today, we're talking about being your authentic self and how a lot of times there are different ways that we might portray ourselves to the public, to people, in private, and, code switching at work, like that's a real thing. And so we want to hit on the different type of faces that we put on, but being your authentic self is the best way to go.
Yes. And I thought about the subject matter. It was inspired by this message that I heard recently by one of the pastors from Lighthouse Church of Houston. And the message was called Meet Me at the Well. And the pastor was Pastor Philip Suber. And so he opened up by saying how there's 3 types of faces, right? And there's a saying about that. So the one face is your face that you put on to the public, and also your professional face when you go to work and things like that, right? And the second one is the face that you have around your loved ones and close friends and things like that, your family. And then the third one is the authentic one, where it's those private moments. It's those moments where it's only you and God. And really, a lot of times we think that has to be in a place where there is no one around. But really, we can have moments like for instance, have you ever been, and I felt alone in a crowd? It could be a room full of people, but you feel alone and connected, right? So really, you can have moments of authentic times with the Lord, even in the midst of other people, right? So to me, I think that it's really needful to get to the point of being authentic with God and with yourself, because at the end of the day, that's what God sees. Man looks at the outward appearance, but God sees the heart, right? So he sees that authentic face all the time. So I think it's interesting as far as you talked about the 3 different types of faces. What are your thoughts on that?
Yeah, I think that's accurate.
Yeah, actually, too, there was a time where I used to teach, and I used to teach cosmetology, and I used to tell the students, there was a chapter about in the salon and moving into the professional realm as far as in the industry, in the beauty industry. And I used to say, you know what? There are times that you may be going through things personally, but leave it at the door when you walk into the salon. Cry if you have to in the car, but when you come into the salon, you're in a service industry. And really, it's not about being fake. It's about being professional. A lot of times people think, well, I'm just going to be real. Well, really, you're being really undisciplined with your emotions, right? So really, if you want to conquer the world, conquer yourself first. And it really is about conquering your mind and your emotions. And so when we talk about putting on that face, it's not about being fake. It's about, like I said, at times being professional.
That's good. I feel like a lot of people have to put on like a fake face, like around different people that they might be around, or like because people want to be accepted. I feel like they might put on a fake face. But yeah, I mean, for me, it wasn't until I got comfortable with myself and loving me and being okay with, I'm not like everybody else, and that's okay. That's how I was created, and that's going to attract other people who aren't like me to see a different perspective or see the way that I may live my life, which may be different from somebody else.
Right. I know one thing, I was doing some soul searching myself, and one of the things I realized just throughout life is that I always wanted to be well liked by people, right? And really, then I come to the point where, again, being about your authentic self, be the best that you can. But guess what? There's billions of people in the world. And sometimes not everyone's going to like you, but that's okay. That's okay. And there might be some people that you may not be fond of either, and that's okay too. And I thank God the Bible commands us to love, not necessarily to like.
And you also have to know your personality type too, because I learned when I was probably in high school that my personality type, it doesn't get along well with every personality type. And I mean, I've learned that just through my family and the different personalities within my family. So I challenge you to look at your family. You can start there and see like, okay, who do I kind of mesh with, gel with type of thing. And then that kind of helped me to see like who like when I'm around certain people, like, you know, you kind of have to cater to them, their communication style, their sense of humor, different things like that. But I think that's still being your authentic self. It's just different like spans of you.
Right, because really in whatever our personality type or our authentic self, it should always be wrapped in love. So, you know, there's a scripture that says that tell the truth in love. You know, a lot of times people be like, well, I keep it real, I tell the truth, but then it's not in love. And then really what does that bring forth? It doesn't necessarily bring forth life in anyone else or yourself. So I think it's just want to encourage you as far as we talk about those 3 different faces. What do you feel like, first of all, that are you authentic with yourself? I think it all starts with ground zero, which is you, right? So am I authentic with myself? Am I truthful? Do I love the truth? And then are you authentic with God? And then, like I said, what helps me a lot is that God sees it anyway. So what am I trying to hide anything from the Lord? Because it's plain to him. It's in bright light to him. You know, nothing can be hidden. Anyway, so thank you for joining us. And really just want to encourage you that when we started off talking about the three different faces, that third one is the place that God speaks. It really is. And so really, I encourage you to quiet yourself and come to know what that authentic self is and allow the Lord to speak to you and help you grow. Because it really starts again with ground zero with you. Before you conquer the world, conquer yourself.
Yeah. And then I would also say, look at your surroundings. Who are you around? What are people saying about themselves? Like, who you're around is a reflection of who you are.
Yeah, absolutely.
So question, what do you say to the people who aren't there yet in their walk with God? They may just now be believing in God or they don't believe in God. And it's like, well, I don't like myself. I don't like being my authentic self. Thanks for joining, and like, subscribe, share if you enjoyed.
All the above.
Yeah.
Thank you and have an amazing day. See you next time. Bye.